Hey everybody, it's Stomasis here to make another video talking about the new Zyra jungle changes that have just come out on the PvE. I do want to take a second, of course, and extend a huge shout out to Phlox for making these changes and helping Zyra feel just a little bit better. Some of these changes are, of course, geared towards Zyra jungle, which is a rather niche playstyle. It's aimed at making it a little more viable than it already was. In addition, there are some changes here to assist not just jungle Zyra, but actually support and lane Zyra as well, tackling a few of the frustration points that are centered around her abilities. I'm going to talk about them in brief, and then we're going to get into the jungle clear. So first, Zyra's plants now do a flat 40 to 100 bonus damage to monsters, instead of 150% damage to monsters. What this means is that her clear is significantly stronger in the early game, and it slows down around the mid game to about the same pace as it is on live, and then by late game it's just a little slower. Second, when you rank up W for the first time, rather than getting 1 seed as you used to in the past, you now get 2 seeds, making it easier for you to trade, and it actually means that you're able to more reliably proc electrocute in the early game. So for things like support Zyra, this is great for your level 2 all-ins. The next thing is that now Zyra can E-flash, which is really big actually. As you can see, we are clear starting here now. And the last thing that we're going to talk about before we begin talking about the clear is that Zyra's ultimate now checks more frequently for plants to buff. So previously, Zyra's ultimate only checked 4 times a second. For the number of times that it would check to see if there are any plants to buff. That has now been increased from 4 times a second to 16 times a second. What this means is that there is virtually no scenario now where Zyra is unable to get a plant buffed up, whereas before there were some varying circumstances where Zyra wouldn't get an upgraded plant just because of tick rates and all that stuff. But yeah, that handles all of the changes. Now, as for the Zyra clear, as you guys have noticed, that the extra seed from W makes a big difference in just how quickly you can clear the jungle. There's a nice optimization here, specifically with the Raptors, where you don't actually use any seeds on the Raptors. You just use Q and throw the seeds that are generated from killing the Raptors over to the red buff. What this means is that your Raptors are a little slower, but that time is made up rather quickly because of your red buff. As you can see here, I have 5 plants attacking this red buff, and it's just getting deleted, which allows me to throw more seeds towards the Krugs. As a result, I'm able to keep walking over, and now, whereas before I'd be at about the 320 mark clearing Krugs, now I'm at the 3 o'clock mark, and look at that. In about 3 minutes and 10 seconds, I have successfully gotten Zyra all the way to level 4 and full cleared the jungle. Obviously, her plants will take care of the rest of those Krugs over there. But that's pretty much it. That's a pretty unoptimized clear, but it kind of showcases some of the early potential of Zyra. I do want to thank you guys so much for watching, and if you like this kind of content, be sure to follow along and subscribe. And check me out on Twitch. There's a lot going on over there too. Thanks for watching.